So volume is up. Yep. And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck drivers. Very essential. Shout out to everybody in the healthcare field. Very essential. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. You deserve respect. You heard that? Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. You're a good person. You deserve respect. Manners and respect to you, and thank you for being here this morning. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up. Yeah, I haven't had my voice back in a long time, man. Boy, the things we take for granted in life, eh? The thing I'm over here on Eat Good TV, randomly looking at names to select who is the next $100 winner. Let me pause Eat Good TV for a minute. Big up to everybody tuning in this morning. Listen up, I haven't had my voice back in a while. Y'all heard me a couple of weeks now, and the doctor said it should be about 4 weeks, right? It's a very good weekend, man. This is the first morning I've been able to do that, and I feel good. I give thanks for health and strength. I don't know what's going on. My whole family is down though, but but I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling good. All right. Um, Glad you're back, voice and all. Boy, I'm here, staying hydrated and working on. I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking Powerade. I'm drinking all kinds of fluids. Got some minty in the cup this morning. To those of you who celebrate Easter, I see a lot of happy Easters in there. I go over Eat Good TV this morning and I see a bun and cheese picture there. So she about to teach us how to make a bun and cheese. Listen up, Miss Lady, you talking my language now. This is, here we go. There's her video right there. She's talking about it, and our bun and cheese is out, right? So I know some of you are gonna be like, yeah, me just buy my bun from so and so, but nothing like baking your own. Especially once you know how to do it, it's a wrap. Once you know how to do it, it's a wrap. From me learn to cook certain things, I don't even buy them from anybody else anymore. I just cook them at home. Yeah, bun and cheese look well festive though. Watch it. So I will definitely be over there on that recipe, trying to knock that down, because bun and cheese is my thing. Even if you don't celebrate this time of the year, I mean, them Easter and them this and them that, when that bun and cheese come across your way, right, you are going to partake. Most people do. Anyways, yes, 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 divine order. That's one of them that's in there. Um, Listen up. We have some festive topics this morning. You can't make some stuff up. You can't make some stuff up. Life is always stranger than fiction, it seems. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. I'm baffled because of the topics that we have this morning. See, I'm making my own buns, nothing like homemade. Steve Wright. I'm telling you, once you figure out how to cook certain things and how to bake certain things, then hey, shout out to Chef Ricardo. Chef Ricardo do his thing big. I'm sure a lot of you in here know about Chef Ricardo. Even Chef Ricardo is talking about Eat Good TV. So that's to tell you, President Obama follows Chef Ricardo. Chef Ricardo has over 1 million subscribers on his channel. Food is his thing, right? So when you hear him mentioning Eat Good TV, you must know the lady is authentic with her thing. And I told you, she take her time and she walk you through it. Enough time to try use other people. Nah, let's grab something off YouTube and cook something, right? Something to feel for something different. And somewhere in there, they lose you because they purposely leave out stuff or they purposely skip through stuff because they don't want you to get their recipe. And I don't know what's the use of doing the video and then when I'm done cooking what you told me to cook, it tastes like shite. So Ego TV is one of them channels where she actually walks you right through and you get all your ingredients and everything and it tastes good when you're done, right? So that for that alone, she won me over with that. So there we are. When you hear people like that, Chef Ricardo, you know they have a saying that people not gonna rate you until the people that they rate start rating you. It's funny because that's how stuff works. Anyhow, the topics we have this morning, I'm gonna randomly just call out a name, and that person is the winner for the $100 this morning. I'm not calling it yet. I'm watching something first, but we have some mad topic in here this morning. One of them is going to get very serious because it's about a mother in Miami, and she called the cops yesterday to say that she don't want her kids anymore. She can't take them no more. She don't want them no more. And when the police went over there to the location, the scene that they found was pretty gruesome, right? Involving a mother under stress that broke. So there's a whole story to this because the father of the children is even speaking out and so on and so forth. And her best friend, which is the children's godmother, is also speaking out. So that right, that's up. Then there's the story about the transgender individual who was housed in a all-female prison, and then a couple of the females in that inmates in that prison show up with big bellies, breed, pregnant, right? And oh man, and of course, randomly I had to throw this one in there. I follow somebody on IG who always make stupid posts, so I had to go look and see if it was real. And in Texas, uh, possession of more than 6 sex toys is illegal. All right, so you women like to have your variety, and you know you have the big one, and then you have the Slim Jim, and then you have the butterfly, and then you have the jackhammer, and then you have the, you know, the one where you have to climb on it, and hang on with two hang like this, and then you have your variety. You're only allowed to have a certain amount of them in the state of Texas, which is crazy that they would regulate how many how many sex toys an individual is able to have. After that, you are breaking the law and can actually go to prison for it. I said, this is BS. It can't be for real. Let me go look it up, only to find out that it's absolutely real. So I have that spread right there. Some really trying to clear this morning. Yeah, man, some of the wicked to yourself. And I have something where you have to climb up on. I don't know if you ever seen those construction workers out with the big something that when them use split concrete and it boop, 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 and it jerk the whole city when them up pummel the concrete with it. Yeah, and them have to like put 2 foot on it and jackhammer the something, so something like that. Someone climb up on. I don't know why. And then I come tell man about it doesn't feel the same. You can't do it. Of course we can't. God did not design me like that. I don't vibrate like that, but it's all right. So here we are this morning. Beautiful Friday. Beautiful Friday morning. It's Friday, right? Yes, come day. I talk about this the freaking weekend. I'm feeling so good. It's Friday. It's Friday morning. Blessed Earth Strong to everybody who's having a birthday this morning. SouFLo shirt me out on my birthday. Blessed Earth Strong to everybody who's having a birthday this morning, an Earth Day, a solar return. More blessings, more strength. And I hope you live to see many more happy, healthy ones. If today is not your birthday and tomorrow is, you know, so I'm not going to live tomorrow, so I'm going to shout you out from now. All right, take care of yourself. Give thanks and praises because you're healthy and strong. And I wish you many, many more healthy and strong birthdays. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. All right, where do, where do we start this morning? Should we leave the side story for last and go into the... you have the transgender person in the prison, and then belly start. It's fun. Belly start pop up around the place. But why put them? Dior says, but why put the transgender in a woman's prison? You listen up, because that's what they've been fighting for. That's what they've been. Listen, man. The world done turned upside down. I don't know, and you have to be very sensitive when you're talking about certain things because you know some people out here they like on your mark, get set, say something. I dare you, say something. You know, so you got to be very careful. You mess around and say the wrong thing, and next thing y'all wake up every morning. How come we not see SouFLoTV again? Them not on, not on YouTube again. Where's SouFLo? Like that's how the thing works, right? So let me say before we go any further, I do not condone bullying. I do not condone hate towards any group of people whatsoever. I'm not one of those people. Don't make me flag fool you, because a lot of people feel like say, oh, you have up the flag. So immediately off the bat, it's gonna be um some hate stuff that's going to come out your mouth towards a certain topic. I'm not one of those people. I am the person that says live and let live. I am the person that truly co-signs coexisting. Earth wasn't made for me alone, and I am not God. So me now come here, come judge, jury, and execution on anybody's life. I want to live a happy life myself. I respect people that respect me, and I honor people that honor me. That's about it. All right. For me, God is respect and love towards your fellow human beings. If you can't do that part, then you've got the basics of what being godlike or godly is. I'm not gonna left it right there. So don't want to hear no more of the foolishness. Now let me talk peacefully and freely, please. All right. So they have this man in the prison, a man in a woman prison. But you can't call them a man because it's considered disrespectful. So when they come out and say, I no longer identify as a man, um, Richard turns to Regina, and you have to now identify Richard as Regina. I've told people before this. In the United States of America, I can speak for because I live here. If you are, say, for instance, employed at a place, right, and one of your coworkers, you used to know him because we go to school together. You know him from elementary school, junior high, come up, and that was Raj or Richard. And then a couple of years down the road, you meet this person again, and you're like, man, you look very familiar. And you're like, yeah, we went to school together. I know you. But I transitioned, and I'm now Regina, and I would like to be addressed as Regina. So don't be calling me Raj and anything like that. You see, if you ever say something like this, whatever, boy, you Raj, and you will always be Raj to me. Fired, fired. You have to respect whatever it is that they say to you that they want to be called. Now, I don't have a problem with that because I hear females call themselves bitches and hoes all the time. Me and my bitches going out tonight, so I call them bitches too, right? I respect what people want to be labeled as. You understand? So if a woman tell me, hey, and this is how she refers to herself and her girls and stuff, and that's my bitch right there, my hoes. Me and my bitches out tonight. We about to tear the city up. Hey, hey, y'all bitches go ahead and have fun. Y'all hoes tear the city up, have fun. Yeah, I'm not. I'm. What am I supposed to say? Don't call yourself that. You are a queen. You are a princess, an empress. No, there are women out there who don't want to be called that, and I respect them too. And I won't call them that. And then they'll be like, "I am a queen." I said, "Yes, queen," and I call her a queen. Right? Same thing. If the man come and say, I identify as Regina and I've made the transition and I'm this and that, in the business but on that transition part, you're Regina to me, sir. And I'll take the sir off from now on. You're just Regina. That's what you want to be called. That's what you want to be called. Anyhow, they've been fighting for these kind of things all along. The most popular one recently was they were trying to have like the same bathroom. Like a woman would, or your daughter would go into a bathroom, and inside that bathroom, she would see a man who is going through transition and is at a point in the transition where he is now considered passable as a female. And they were saying that, yo, he's not safe in the men's bathroom because he's gonna have like two big double D's up here, so and looking very feminine, and then has to go into a bathroom to relieve himself where there are masculine looking men inside that bathroom could be very dangerous. So send him into the women's bathroom. And then a lot of people were like, oh hell no. Don't send him into the women's bathroom because even though he has two big double D's up here, so that's something down there, so probably still kickstand and turn up. And what was he doing in the women's bathroom? He could be in the women's bathroom actually being the person who is causing danger to real girls and women who are going into that bathroom. And I say real girls and women as in those that were born as, right? You think about that. So here we are at this prison facility, and this has been a big fight for the longest because sometimes when they get arrested, they don't know where to put them because some of them are, they some of them are passable. Like they really pass for female. Looking at them from a distance, maybe, I don't know, some man blind, some man going like them no see it because them don't want to see it, but for some reason I'm able to see it from far away. But anyhow, them get arrested, they go into prison, right? It's an issue. Here you are looking like a woman going into a men's prison because you still have a dingaling and that identifies you as a man. Well, they've been fighting for that for the longest, and apparently, one of them ended up in an all-females prison that still had a ding-ding. And the end result is some of the inmates in there, boy, it must have did in a summer camp. I bet he will. You know when your parents send you away to summer camp, for some of us who had those kinds of luxuries, or when your parents finally give you the okay to go do sleepover or whatever, like he must have had a field day. This was a kid in a candy store. I don't know if that's a right analogy to use. No kids in there, but you get my point. You get my point. He was having fun in there. He was having fun in there. I would have been having fun in there too. I would have been having fun in there too. She said she a lesbian. I said me too. And we were in there having fun. New Jersey women's prison inmate pregnant after sex with transgender prisoner. And this story just broke in the New York Post. So this is not a story from around one corner where people are talking about. It is front page news on major news. 2 inmates serving time in New Jersey's only state prison for women became pregnant after they had sex with a transgender inmate that was housed at the prison, according to a report that was released on Wednesday of this week. Today is Friday, therefore yesterday. The unidentified jailbirds became pregnant at the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility after engaging in consensual sexual relationship with another incarcerated person at the facility. This is what the State Department of Corrections told New Jersey or NJ.com. In 2021, the New Jersey enacted a policy to allow prisoners to be housed in accordance with their preferred gender identity. And shout out to my homies out there living a life of crime. If you get caught up in New Jersey, just remember that in 2021, New Jersey enacted a policy to allow prisoners to be housed in accordance with their preferred gender identity. All right? Remember that. Because if you don't want to be in the bullpen with all the bulls, then you seem like you can just identify as being, I would become very feminine. I would become very effeminate. If I get in trouble in New Jersey, I'm telling you right now, I'm becoming very effeminate. How y'all doing? You all right? Mm-hmm. What your name is? Mm-mm. You know, they have that look there. What your name is? Girl. Y'all so crazy. And I like a crack voice that y'all so crazy. I am not going in there with all the men. Nuh-uh. I'm one of the girls, honey. They gonna have to put me over there with the girls because I'm one of the girls. I've been one of the girls since I was about 13. I kind of felt it in myself when I was like about 7. And when all them boys was outside playing with them toys and stuff, I didn't want to play with no trucks and no cars and all that. No, I was inside with, I was putting on my mama's stuff. Yeah, I was always in the makeup and all that stuff. I flash hair around everything. I was in the makeup and all that other stuff. I corn weave with no weave, no that. Just faded just like this. I'm still imagining my hair there and all. I'm rainbowed out. I am rainbowed out. What did you miss? What they just said? I'm telling them already. Send me a bill for prison. And if they giving me an option and telling me that, hey, this is laws on the books. use the laws to protect yourself. In 2021, New Jersey enacted a policy to allow prisoners to be housed in accordance with their preferred gender identity. You must be a big idiot for going there to talk about, yo, what up? What? Yo, bad man in there. No, I don't want to over there, so one of that. Too much money there. I want to be with the ladies, honey. And then when time nighttime come now, me transform. Because you have to go have, you're going to have a whole lot of choices in here. You're going to have a whole lot of choices. Everybody in there want you. Some of them doing a long time. Some of them billionaire for a minute. Ain't seen a man since God knows when. Well, I'm here at your service. The policy was part of a settlement from a civil rights suit brought by a woman that was forced to live in a men's prison for 18 months. There are more than 800 prisoners, including 27 transgender women, in the New Jersey Correctional Facility, which does not require trans women to undergo gender reassignment surgery in order to be housed there. Hello, wanna hear me? Hello, I am talking to you. I could be saving your life, Paco. Listen, they do not require them to have the gender assignment surgery. Gender assignment surgery is the whole shingwing get cut off. Ching, gone. You have something different in that space now. You are not required to have that. Could I be making this up? This is from the New York Post. It is right now published right here. I'm looking at it. The policy was enacted in 2021 and it does not require you. Matter of fact, they have 27 other transgender women in that facility. The facility houses more than 800 prisoners, including 27 transgender women at this New Jersey Correctional Facility, which does not require the trans women to undergo gender reassignment surgery in order to be housed there. So, like I was saying before, what y'all talking about? No, I am not going in there. You can't imagine them talk about put your hand behind your back. You hurting me? You hurting me? Oh, you so strong. You so strong. Why you play so? You stop. You play so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. He breaking my wrist. You hurting me? Stop it. I would have just get started. I would have just I would have just got started. I just thought that's funny as hell. They are not required to have the surgery. I know somebody was going to say, SouFlo, stop lying. They have to have the surgery. Nope. I'm glad they put that information in there because it's not required. So me and my dingaling would be happy in all-female prison somewhere in New Jersey. Yo, y'all here says SouFLoTV lock up. Yeah, which part him that? Jersey. Okay, I know where he are. We know where to find him. We know where he's at. Yep. Instantly. And I don't care who I feel which way about it. Yo, dog, when I don't know what the one thing in the morning, you know, say, Jamaica, I represent condemn. Say, yep, not today, Bubba. Not today. Not today. Not today. Today I am all rainbowed out, fully transgender. And I identify as, I gotta come up with a female name because this wouldn't skip me. Not today. Not today, honey. Not today. This is not. I am not going over there with y'all. You know the vice like when they be going, when they be having the you know they take stuff right, and I guess it lowers the testosterone levels and brings about a more feminine, softer look and a more feminine voice or whatever. But you could tell when the voice is transitioning, and it has and not today, honey. Not to that'll be me. Like Medea, that'll be me. Not today, officer. The officer stopped playing. No, take me over there. What am I doing on the other side? No, I am not a man. I have not been male since I was a kid. Stop. Y'all play too much. Yeah. Oi, lock me up now. Lock me up. Yeah, LaQuisha. Carry on, Jones and LaQuisha. LaQuisha, Bonquisha, me I find a name. And I'm sticking to my name. My name is gonna be that name till me come out. No real bona fide is a whale. Here one now? Whale, fish, sprat, snapper, you name it. I ain't trying to go to no man prison. Not if I have a choice. And if you go up in there and you have a choice, you stupid. That's just my opinion. All SouFLo is calling people stupid now. That is so degrading and disrespectful. Shut up. Stop being extra sensitive. Stop being extra sensitive. Now, I'm gonna find my name. I'm gonna stick to my name. I'll remember this. I will not be forgetting this when I'm driving through, because you know I get on the road and I go right, and I Shauna, King Big says Shauna, gone from Sean to Shauna, gone from Derek to Deirdre, gone from Ken to Kenisha. Yes, me, I am not playing, honey. They gonna house me right there. A couple of them are gonna breed in there because you know him no wise though. Him no wise though. Him shouldn't breed nobody in there. You know, I would have done my time. I would have kept my licking, do my lickings, and keep on ticking, kind of thing. On the low, in there, slaughtering everything and moving, deadly and silent. You know, you could have been doing that. Could have been doing that. Even the people that work there, what them name again? The prison guard them and stuff. They're known for getting down what to get down to. So I'd be in there. I'd be a superstar in there. But I'll be on the hush hush. I mean, I'll try to breed nobody because now you're exposed, and now we have another issue. Are they gonna move him? Are they gonna? No, I know. Are they gonna move him? Are they gonna send him over one man prison since you over here breed up the woman them? Are they? I thought you said you weren't into. But you see, here's the thing, and I know this is a little TMI, you know, especially for some of you guys who are sensitive and really go hardline like it's that serious. Here's a little TMI. Transgender does not necessarily mean that this person is not into the other or the opposite sex. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that they identify as the opposite sex. That don't mean they're not into them. It means that they identify as them. So I don't know why they put them in there. And for the people who saying, oh, them put stuff in the food so they can't get up and do nothing, lie or tell. Me not believe that. Here's proof in the pudding. Whatever they putting in the food, he not eating or she's not eating it because people are breed over there. I wonder if it's a prison guard breed the two man them and I blame it on the transgender. We have to think outside the box too, you know. I'm wondering if it's a prison guard breed the woman them and is blaming it on the transgender persons that are housed at the facility. Think about it. Because if I was a prison guard and I couldn't control myself, you know, Shelly on cell block 6, number 7664321B, that prisoner there, that one prisoner there would just look like she don't belong there. You know, she just fly, she just look sexy no matter what she put on or what she do. And you can't control yourself because you're a prison guard and you went and dabbled in the cookie jar and breed the prisoner. How do you keep your job and not go to prison and all that? Blame the trans. I would make sure that you're moving from yourself. You're gonna be with Leroy or Bonquisha or whoever this person is, and then I'll give y'all a couple of days in there, and then we go report it that hey, I think so and so is pregnant, and I think she's been having sexual relations with one of the transgender inmates that are in here. So this stuff could go very well. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. They sell us a story. They want us to believe the story. Could this possibly be a cover-up? SouFLo, you're doing the wrong show. You are the best comedian. Boy, boy, I don't know, girl. You play too much. Hey, stop. Officer, you're hurting my arm. Let me go. Boy, uh-uh. You know what's messed up? I go in there and do time and come out and can't come out of character. They come out, I can't come out of character. Still, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. How y'all doing? Oh, me have to switch up. Can't switch up because I've been. Listen, I just did 5 years. Y'all gonna have to give me some time to get back to being me. I kind of forgot because I went deep undercover. Uh-huh. I was a whole other person. Hmm. I was enjoying it too. What's up? Mm-mm. If my granny could see me now, even though uh, but it's true. Listen, one of them security guard there in there probably breathe one of them, could have breathe one of the prisoner them, and over there talking about is one of the transgender people that do it. Kid in the candy store, honey. Kid in the candy store. Let me stop. But I enjoy this too much. I know somebody right now is saying, yeah, you see, boy, yeah, man, fish come to dry land. You might enjoy it too much. You know, see how him art in the character and everything. You know, boy, when you see him one sit down and watch Madea movies and watching Mrs. Doubtfire and watching from way back when till now. So don't bring none of that to me. All right? Don't bring none of that to me. All right. You know, we have a thing, right? We have a thing where we'll cuss out anybody. Like I remember when Trabas was doing comedy on YouTube and them used to kill Trabas, you know. Trabas, famous, all of them must say, yeah man, Dion, the girl what Trabas did there with at the time, them say she just a beard. The youth I use her for cover up. You know, see how them show up, blow up on the internet because them man they are slice body. Them man they are them in that kind of lifestyle there, Lincoln Tree, that the whole of them, bottom on them man they are. And all they were doing were skits, right? They were doing skits. And the same people that were crucifying them would actually sit and watch movies that had the same thing in it. So I guess it's because if we're watching foreigners do it, it's okay. But if we are watch one of our own do it, we must tear them down and stop them progress because what? Yeah. That's a whole other side of a conversation though. Um Ken Prosper said, brother, me do core work yesterday. You need to cool out Rasta. My belly happy and me. Aya. Oi, sir. Hear me no man. I used to work in a prison. Everybody screwing each other in there. Not you see? You see? So what I'm saying, could it possibly be that it was a guard and not really the transgender individual that breed the two on them? Well, we will know because either they're going to have those babies, no abortion, and when they have the babies, somebody is going to get tested, and if a transgender prisoner comes out DNA the daddy, then that's what it is. If he comes out not the daddy, then they might have to test some of the people them that work there to find out who the daddy is. We're gonna need Maury on this one. We're gonna need Maury on this one. Maury just went into retirement, but we're gonna have to resurrect him. We're gonna need Maury on this one. Mm-hmm. Here what? Six. Hey, it could be anyone who is a shooter. I could have anybody, you know, I could have anybody. Soldier, Jane Anger, listen, like in a shutters when him say, boy, I could have anybody touch him, I could, cause everybody I do, everybody that's so quiet, I could have anybody. Big up lower ranking, Jano. Life is short indeed, my friend. Felicia Blackwood says this will remain in the media for a long time. In Jamaica, we would say, look who them favor. Well, if the baby come out bow leg like the security guard, brown eyes and this and that, you know already. But that's Jamaica for you. Fling jacket and make jacket fit. When she look for you, tell her, say, it is your baby. What do you mean I love for your baby? Eh? You know, see, pick me up your eye them. And the picnic eye them don't look nothing like your eye. They don't look like your grandparents. They don't look like your parents. They don't look like your brother. They don't look like your sister. But them convince you somehow So the picnic is yours and look just like you. You are walk, yo, Jamaican woman, no, big up on yourself, yeah, man. Big up on yourself. Because if it's one set of woman or me know, we can convince a man to picnic look like him, is Jamaican woman, and then get vexed up. Say you want a DNA test and see what. Everything over there mash up. So you try to say, what are you trying to say? You try to say that me, no, I'm not like you. I'm not like you. Are you that? You do them something there. I've been faithful to you this whole time. Don't try to embarrass me like that. Matter of fact, you know what? I take the picnic and go raise it on my own. You can go and buy, you know, the man over there talk about Jesus Christ, I'm going to lose my picnic. I can't see my child. All these things. For your picnic? I don't see your picnic, my youth. She let you carve out your jacket and I make sure so the pants go right with it. She give you all shoes and socks with it. You want a tie? All a hat. I'm going to fit the hat on you just like this. Full suit and everything. Look on him. Look, you know, all him need them knock like for you. Look at him. Him turn up just like you. Walk like a boy, walk. Walk out this one, walk, come back. Look at him. Johnny, look at him. No fear. You see him walk. Watch how little David walk, just like little Johnny Jr. is what I should have named him. You see him walk just like you. All him need them knock like for you. You see him have the two big donkey need them, just like for you. Watch something on the back of your head where you have on the back of your head. Same thing right there, so. Him two big titty them on the back of your head. You see little boy have the same something them. Before them done, you know. Before them done, all you walk carry yourself, got child support court. You're like, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. I'm gonna be the best father I can ever be. I'm gonna make up for all the time missed. I apologize, baby. I love you again, and all these things. Yeah, them wicked narrated boy. And I got 4 and test every single. See more Bennett say I got 4 and test every single one of them. Yo, we have a thing in Jamaica where we say carry them go around your mother and your grandmother. Here, they don't tell you about good DNA, you know. They don't, they don't tell our granny over there, granny, a long time granny want you breed something new. Any grand picnic come in the granny and take it. She no business. She old school. She raise everybody picnic. She feed the whole community. She don't care. She will make you get the jacket. You hear me? Granny will make you get the jacket. You can't go over there go talk about. Mommy, look on a picnic and tell me what you think. Why am I thinking look like your grandfather still? All right, so in a bloodline then, I mind then. Yeah. Yeah, see, pick me a 7 hour one big old Adam's apple like for you there already. Yeah, I saw you did have one protruding Adam's apple at a young age. And then think, oh, so for me, okay. All right, grandma. Yeah, come here, grandbaby. She just want picnic to play with. You know them old school Jamaican grandparents there, and them old school Caribbean grandparents there. Them just love everybody picnic. Them love for them picnic like that though. And you didn't get the whole of the boof back, coof calf, question and everything else. But them love everybody picnic after that. So don't go over there talking about nah man, DNA. No, just carry them go around your mother and your grandmother, my you. Don't do it. Carry them go to DNA. Okay? DNA works better. Then we make you get the jacket. Me I tell you, me see it happen all the time. Only see it happen all the time too. Don't sit over here and act like a lie, me I tell. Only see it happen all the time. And the girl wicked, she over there laugh. Cause she nice, you know. And she nice and well-mannered to grandma, you know. Grandma don't know say old devil, you know. Oh, she devil that, but when she go around her, good evening, Miss Ruby. And how you doing this evening? Yes, I'll see you in church on Sunday. And she talk. Half of the time she talk, she look down to the ground. So because there's so much respect and honor and manners she have for Miss Ruby. And yes, ma'am, thank you. And she granny over there talk, but such a nice girl. Such a nice girl. Then is what wrong if she give her a jacket? It's God give it to her to give to you. Yes, yes, she well mannered and things. She will make a good wife for you, you know. Yeah, she'll make a good wife for you, no? No bother. You have somebody them do don't play. As the picnic coming at the yard, so I don't fear that, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. As the picnic coming at the yard, so I don't fear that, you know. And sometimes my yours, you know. I don't fear that, you know. Nobody in the family no look so. When get them the ears they from? You see, picnic look like you want to fly, you want to take off. Nobody in the family have them the ears, my friend. Half and head side is ears. It's not yours. It's not. I hear that they are talk about, but granny, you know, so the mother ears, true, she always wear the long weave and cover it up. But our ears them big too. Well, Kara, come let me see our ears them because I don't feel that. My aunt used to say, if you go there, them if you never go there, them couldn't call your name. Yes, that's the wicked part, is that you actually did go there. But I don't feel. Because other people did go there as well in the same window of time that you went there. Yeah, she was running a store and it was doors open 24/7 and all shoppers welcomed and everything was on sale. Everything must go. Everything must go. 40, 55% off. Maybe even you too. Mm. Everybody did in their shop. It happens. It happens. It happens. And Soldier 819 says, and you're silly enough to think that you're the only buyer. Boy, I'm not silly enough, Soldier. Them wicked enough. Them wicked. Some of them will have you convinced that you're the only buyer. You don't know no different. You know, you're a Shabarang say, one joke, one wash, then you turn it down. You're kind of suspicious. You're kind of suspicious because you're like, well, I hope me just fly in or something. I saw in about a couple of weeks now. I mean, visit the orifices. I want everything run as so loose up, loose up. And she said, I was playing with my toys. I missed you. You buy it? All right, babe. All right. Wait a second. What are you going to say? Eh? You just have to hold that. That time one just run out and you are running. Yeah, it happens, my friend. It's a pity that it happens though, but it happens, you know? That's how you end up with look on him foot them. You know to see I feel. If boy wear size 10 and young 6 years old, you big foot them. Now you wear size 13. Eh? They pick me them foot big like Fio or Fio pick me. You have to go take the take the big foot pick me. Oh my God. When since my soul, my Savior got to thee. Oh great, no, I'll be a funeral like him. Hey, hear me know what? Room for rent, apply within. Yes, sir. Chant, Chanty Diva Grad said, my grandma have two father, LOL, and the actual father is a married man, and the one who not have no kids, our wife, and him take her, and the two father have the same last name. Older people was worse. Jesus Christ. Father God, where you there? Them something I may talk about. You see? And them something I may talk. You see, there's something I know. Them something I may talk about. Now imagine back in a time when there was no DNA. We weren't doing any DNA testing back in them times. Them the time then our grandparents' time or older days, you get a jacket, you take your jacket. And the girl decides, say, listen, I was wild. I'm gonna change my ways after tonight. And she not left no traces behind. She start go church. She make you want marry her. She do everything on that holy. And you all your family jump on the case too. I say, at time you married someone now, you know, man. How long now, you know, I string this thing along? You know, say, I three picking the woman gay already. She faithful, she there every day. She a cook, wash, clean, everything feel. Is a good woman to you. Not one of the picking them a feel. And you don't have accents wiser. Not one of them is yours. Don't have a sense wiser. And your whole family don't pay you. It's time for you to settle down and behave yourself and go home to your wife at evening time, tap a rum bar and skin out on the roadside with your paycheck because you're drunk. Go home to your wife and children. That time my boy run about the next community, they are dead with laugh and tell Fiend brethren them how, yo, you ever look for my boy, the younger one. Yo, dog, me say me the youth look like you, me blood. Hold on there. Then you and it never, yeah, man, hold it down, man. No say nothing too loud, man. John no star. So you make a man raise your picnic. Well, brother, if him say him want be daddy, so make him go be daddy. He's a good man. So the youth them well secure and well taken care of. Alrighty, me know I'm nothing to worry about. Yes, wickedness increase. Wickedness is increased. Greensfield Hotel, a lot of children were made. Here you know, no? A banana bush, a lot of children were made. But Green Tree Hotel, but Green Tree Hotel, cane piece and banana bush, around a coffee piece, a coffee walk. You must think Jamaican people play. Anyway, it can go down, you know, my friend. Any which part it can go down. We're festive people. Yeah, we're well virile and well jovial and all them something. They laugh and laugh until the clothes come off and them kind of something. They not even take it off. Just cock it up over there. So, all right, and that's how we do the thing. So it's in us and it's in us and we can laugh about it. We laugh about with carelessness this morning because usually I'd be like, this has to stop. And this is the degrading, nasty, dirty lifestyle that has brought about all these children that have no pity. We know that side of the argument, right? Me not feel to visit that side this morning. This morning, me just a laugh after we carelessness. Because sometimes that's what you have to do. Just laugh after your carelessness because we careless bad. We careless. You know what? I am watching a dance a kid. And I said to myself, say, then somebody are gonna really marry this girl one day, you know. Because the way how me see them did have the girl in the dance, you know, and then fling her so and fling her there so and then throw her two leg them palm man's shoulder and run with her and drop over there so. This brother him now, she well set it. I have to play the video. I have to play this video for you guys. She well set it for him. I don't know. Some of you need to leave certain things alone. It's okay to go and watch. It doesn't mean that you have to participate all the time. All right. You will hurt yourself. A different era this. You will hurt yourself. Not only Jamaican man collect them, do the same in Guyana. Asarin Odetta. Asarin Odetta. That's why I switch out words, you know, and I say Caribbean people because Caribbean people them well spicy. It's just different spices from different regions, but them well spicy and them have something about them where I don't want to use the wrong word. But watch a brother, it got gone with her now. Just pay attention to this real quick. Just watch this real quick. You have to watch to the end. Why me can't play this without sound?
Blood clot, this no look good. Emotional damage.
Milano 87651. This is your this is for your TikTok video. Listen up. Me don't know what take up this man and take up on the head, right? In the dance. See young gal in her little something tight up pants doing shifting. And he feel like he can manage. Why take up this girl Carrigan way over so though? And why she beat him like that? After a certain age, you see me brother, you left certain things alone. Now we watch it from beginning again. Come. Watch this from beginning again. Watch closely. Share a laugh. See him there? I don't know what part of dancing that is. Through the crowd. Set her down. What you do? Jump on her. Watch her. Young girl business. Watch him now. Watch her. Yes. You dread.
This no look good.
What that cat? Jungle, the man. Head butt the floor and
Emotional damage.
the man head butt the floor and dead in the show. Me are telling us that certain things you must leave alone, but that's us. Festive till somebody starts crying. Diving our feet, you know, and missing up. Completely miss. This is us. This is us fully. That's how we go on. Boy, Michelle Howell, big up yourself and thank you for being here. Don't take too much Molly. By boy, I said them take too much Molly. I don't think it's Molly, you know. It's just so we go on. Liquor bust in our head, we get very festive. We just want to be out and have fun. And sometimes that real nephew stuff kicks in a different manner. I'm trying to tell you that that drink is something serious. Ray and him nephew them is something serious. When they mix that in up rum punch and them something there, right? You feel like you drink Kool-Aid. You feel like everything is okay. You feel like you have all control of your faculties. You feel like this not taste too bad. Me can't even taste the alcohol tonight. Can't go on, man. Give me a next one. Yeah, that is how you feel until you reach on top of that chair there and dive. And midway through the dive, you're gonna hear a little voice say, "Go to sleep now. See you in the morning." Yes, and then you wake up with your headache. What happened to me last night? And then but okay, we live in a world now where we have videos, so we can show you what happened to you last night. Mm-hmm. I saw you go on. I saw you go. Saw you go. Just see him so. His aim proved to be fatal. Solid J, the man missed. The man missed by a long shot. The man missed by donkey lengths. The man. Whoa. Michelle Howell says, I was missing yesterday. SouFLo, you were missing yesterday. What happened? I was missing yesterday because usually, if you don't notice, during the week, I normally take one day off for myself. But the truth is that my family, everybody here is under the weather. Everybody here is not feeling good. And, you know, we have to deal with that. Two sick babies, wife and I feel good. Me, myself, are still stuffy and all these things. So we have to take time and tend to self. Ray and nephew. Ray and nephew is not to be played with. I don't care what anybody tell you. One drink and go. If you never tried it before, one is good and go. Don't be over there drink, 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 guzzling, sip, 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 guzzle, guzzle, drink, drink. You're going to end up in a bad place for the night. Something will creep up on you, my friend. Something that creeps up on you. Veronica Gale says, sorry about that. It's all good, my friend. It's life. You know, we live our way. Give thanks for health and strength same way, because it could be worse. Could be worse. Michelle Howell says, okay, we figured. Glad you're doing well as best you can. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We give thanks for health and strength. Yeah? Could definitely be worse. I watched a video yesterday about people that have diabetic feet. And I said to myself, said, John, no. See, that's why I'm not playing with the sugar thing. And I really have a lot to be thankful for. I don't know how this man's foot morphed into two toes. That's it. And one of the two of them long about like this and curve and gone so. And the other one just over here so by itself. So his foot literally look like, you know, crocodile feet, but two toes. Like that. You know, and he's there with the doctor. I talk about, well, summer is coming. Gonna be a lot of barbecues and backyard events and family get-togethers, and I'm trying to, you know, not have my feet wrapped up and be in this thing. And when the camera go down, then me say, "Thank you, God, thank you." I always look for other people and then say, "Thank you, God," because I could have worse. I know COVID allergies, boy, it could be. With that said, because you mentioned COVID allergies, some Judge Shelley says I'm diabetic, SouFLo. It's hard work. Yes, my friend, I know. So to wake up every day and I have no ailments and I have nothing on the list, I'm 100% just up, good and ready to go. When doctor tell me take off my clothes, I'm take off my clothes. Doctor look me up and down and say, you're a strong, healthy boy. And I say, how would this man I call boy? Because he's a big man, but yeah, you're a strong, healthy boy. I'm gonna say, all right, sir. Put on back my clothes and never feel too good though. A man today I look you up and down and talk about you're a strong, healthy boy. I don't know why I can't have a female doctor, but probably I would. Anyway, I could left that for something else. So the transgender prisoner breed the all-female prison. Just remember, if anywhere you want to get in trouble, guys, it's New Jersey. You are housed according to how you identify with whatever gender you identify or how you feel about yourself. All right. So if you feel like you're feminine and sexy, then you could end up in a female prison doing your time, and there'll be nothing to it. It is what it is. All right. Just a little wink, wink, nod, nod. Can see if someone, I know enough on a tougher road and on a soft like porridge when in the reach round. So, you want me wash that for you? And then they ask if you wash nothing. Anyhow, the one about Texas, right? In Texas, even possession of a sex toy is regulated. That's what the article said. I saw somebody post it last night and I thought to myself, that's foolishness, can't be real. Let me go do my own little research. Well, my friend, in Texas, there really can be too much of what some people see as a good thing, is what it says. Now, while every state has odd laws on the books, the Lone Star State is regulating the possession of sex toys. Yes, Texas bans the possession of or promoting the use of more than 6 dildos. I don't know why you would need so many, but me not use them, so me don't know. Right? I'm guessing variety. I'm guessing how you're feeling on Monday might not be how you feel. You might feel reckless on Wednesday, and you might feel a bit tamed on Monday. I don't know. The ladies would have to answer that one, or whoever uses them. Louisiana, they make phallic booker experience. The law in question appears to be aimed at adult performances, as it spells out the use in a play, motion picture, dance, or other exhibition performed before an audience. Well, nowadays them have social media. Mhm. The law also labels the sex toy as an obscene device and declares it a crime. A crime if someone possesses 6 or more of these obscene devices or identical or similar obscene devices. If you possess them with an intent to promote them, then you are breaking the law in Texas. This law, just so you know, was written in 1973 at a time when the US Supreme Court was dealing with obscenity laws and cases from around the country. Takes as a tough stance on people who have the device. This is Texas. We're going to stand up against dildos. Ross. It does make expectations for people who have the multiples of the device for medical and law enforcement purposes. No, me not, I'm trying. May I try to read through the? It's a government article. May I read? I'm trying to read through the article. Somebody really sit down after them go school and get degree and come up with this. We're going to fight against dildos. And we're going to make laws. How many? You can't have more than 12. Nah, don't do that. You can't have more than 5. No, 6. Let's settle on the number 6. Anything over 6 is a crime. You can't put it on the books, Johnny. Put it on the books. Yes. You can't. Who does that? It does make expectations for people who have the multiples of the device for medical and law enforcement purpose. Why would you have multiple dildos for medical and law enforcement purposes? How does it play into, I guess medical could be like what, increased circulation, um releasing endorphins, bring about feelings of happiness kind of thing. I'm speculating. I'm saying but law enforcement, what I talk about? Is he gonna like pull out the big waggy freeze? Don't move with that big waggy. Like what? It actually makes room for, but there's no exemption for the enthusiastic collector or a group like or a group like Coxsnut Glocks, which staged an anti-campus carry law rally just last year, which means you can legally own more guns than sex toys in the state of Texas. So them Coxsnut Glocks is a group that has organized and says, well, if you can own 20 guns, why can't you own 20 dildos? What's the problem? And they actually gather up and stage protests out in public. You gotta love America. You have to love America. Because maybe feel like full of too much issues in Jamaica why we wouldn't find this to be something that is worth gathering up the masses about and forming an organization and going out and marching for the right to have more than 6 dildos. But you have other things to think about, a lie? Gunman and pressure with and all other kind of thing, all the prices for everything gone up, wages not moving, and these guys, we have other things to think about. They're free. Them really free. I don't have no problem. Shanti Diva Grant, big up and thank you. I appreciate you greatly. No one was prosecuted after the rally for handing out the dildos because they were at the rally handing out dildos. Cox not glocks. Cox not glocks. Cox not glocks. Cox not glocks. And a federal appeals court overturned the statute about a decade ago. But thus far, during the ongoing legislative session in Austin, lawmakers have paid scant attention to actually taking it off the books. So it stays on the books in Texas, which may not be a bad thing, as Texas has bigger problems than people having sex toys, as the article says. Well, there you have it. Just a little FYI, in case you see somebody, hear somebody say something about Texas and dildo, and 6 is too many, it's illegal. It's true. It's true. So if you're in Texas, make sure you have 5 or less. All right? Don't go with 6 or more. Or I think 6 is your cutoff number. And like I said before, some of you work with something there. You don't need a big suitcase, family suitcase to carry it. And, one of them things where you have to climb up and hold on pan 2 handle and don't know why. All right, here's an update travel. Sometimes them feeling like a jockey. Yeah, them feel like a jockey and they want to ride rough. Yeah, them cat boy. Hey, I hear something, mash it up. Do it. Do what you want do with it. Broke you up. Do what you want do with it. It's yours. Jamaica will eliminate. So for those of us who are planning on traveling sometime before this year is over, a lot of us have our eyes on Jamaica right now. Some of we not feel too good. That's why we're not jump on a plane yet. And some people are saving their little dollars, putting them together, getting ready. Some people are getting ready for all the festivities that are about to come because the place wide open now. How wide open you say? Wide open like one of the girls them run a back road. Hear this. Jamaica will eliminate all pre-arrival testings for international visitors this weekend, becoming the latest destination to roll back pandemic-era rules. So the last time I did an update was about a month ago, where I told you that the only thing you have to do now to enter Jamaica, you no longer have to call ahead and get an approval and all that. That wide, me I tell you, Omega Brown, wide open. So that was the update before, right? That you had to you no longer had to call to get an approval, but you had to have a negative COVID test done from a reputable place within 72 hours or less of your time of travel. Well, that gone out the window now. So the whole of windows up on the plane now. When you are still. Excuse me. Yeah, you might be a me go. Where you are go? Oh, you're staying at the palace? Okay, I'm staying over. Yeah, and that I go on. The plane full now. No COVID testing required. Just go. Just buy your plane ticket and head out. Starting April 16th, today is the 15th. Starting April 16th, the island will no longer require travelers to show proof of a negative COVID-19 PCR or rapid antigen test taken within 72 hours of their trip. The Jamaica Tourist Board shared with Travel Leisure instead that travelers will be able to enter the Caribbean country as freely as before coronavirus pandemic happened. Additionally, Jamaica will eliminate its indoor mask mandate. So there was no mask that was required anymore out in public. only masks were required in government places, buildings where people gather. That's gone now too. You don't need a mask anywhere, inside, outside, government building, around a Keisha yard, nowhere. You don't need a mask anymore on the island, and you don't need to test in order to go either. You buy a ticket, you go. Everything is back to how it was before the pandemic. All right. Heads up for everybody who's getting ready to travel. So don't go in the airport because I know some of you are still have yourself under certain restrictions, and don't go in the airport and freak out when you're the only one there that has a mask on. I'm just giving you a heads up. So if you're go Jamaica right now, you know how it can already. We did unroll it from morning. So a lot of people never did wear the mask in the first place anyway. Now, can I tell you? Make sure you're not gonna see no mask nowhere. So don't be alarmed. Just know that it's legal now, back to normal. Additionally, Jamaica will eliminate its indoor mask mandate. Eliminating masks and the need for travelers to present a negative COVID test results are important strides towards our continued gradual relaxation of travel protocols as the spread of COVID-19 keeps declining, Edmund Bartlett, Jamaica's Minister of Tourism, said in a statement provided to T&L. T&L is travelingleisure.com, where they keep you up to date with different countries and different rules and regulations that are as they get updated, right? We are optimistic that these simpler requirements will serve to increase the appeal of Jamaica as a premier destination and keep us moving along the road to a stronger recovery for both the tourism sector and the nation's economy as a whole. Jamaica is relaxing some protocols, but will keep others in place, including the requirement for public establishments to provide hand washing stations or hand sanitation equipment. That's something that we should have been doing before pandemic. We never did need no pandemic for tell them people I say put a hand washing station over there so people don't come in here off the road and come touch up everything and then eat and get sick and blame your business, right? The decision to roll back travel restriction comes weeks after Jamaica stopped requiring travelers to complete a travel authorization form. That was such a pain in the ass, though. It also comes as the Center of Disease Control and Prevention classified the island as level 1, which is at the lowest level its travel warning list earlier on its travel warning list earlier this month. Its lowest level, recommending that travelers are vaccinated and up to date with their COVID vaccine before traveling to Jamaica. They can only recommend. They cannot say mandatory, right? So they are recommending. Now, what's going to happen here is this. Like I said before, to each his own. You don't owe anybody else no explanation. You have your life to live. You have yourself to protect and your family to protect, right? As the world goes free and willy-nilly and back to what we seen as normal, then you must understand, sir, now you're going to have a lot of people around you who might have COVID. So it's going to be now treated as just like how you go to a restaurant and people in there did have the flu, but them feel like them want to go out this evening anyway, and did have the common cold and did have whatever else that was you were able to catch. Just add that to the list, right? So if you're going out to eat this evening, somebody in that restaurant probably is COVID positive. If you're going to take the children to the park, one of them little snot nose picnic they will run around and touch up everything and wipe them nose and then let your children touch it up. They're probably out there with it and their parents don't care. So that's now we're in an open world with it, right? And everybody has it. Now it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you feel like you need to go get your vaccine because you're going to be in the open with it, or are you still saying, nah, I'll take my chances and treat it and keep it moving? I can tell you that at the facilities here in Florida, I've seen nobody is wearing masks anymore. Medical personnel, law enforcement officials, nobody is wearing a mask anymore. People are just mixing and mingling and carrying on like before, So I guess it's up to you now. COVID is the new norm. Well, we can't really say the new norm. We can just say it got added to the list. Remember when the flu was the same thing, and they used to be like, "Oh, you got to get your flu shot. You got to get your flu shot." And in some places, you had to have a flu shot in order to even work there, right? So now it's COVID, and it's added to the list. It's added to the list. Somebody said AIDS is the new norm. Well, AIDS been out there for the longest too, and we're living with that too, right? Just another thing on the list. That's how I see it. So shout out to the people them who are on their way to Jamaica. Just know so you don't need none of that extra stuff anymore. Buy your ticket and go. Unless you're in one of them places that where you need more than just a ticket, a visa or something, I don't know. But just buy your ticket and go. And you should be all right. And that is that. All right. Jamaica joins several other Caribbean islands in relaxing entry protocols, including St. Lucia, which eliminated pre arrival testing for vaccinated travelers as well. St. Lucia did. And Grenada, which removed all COVID-19 related entry restrictions, regardless of vaccination status. Similarly to the United States, Puerto Rico has lifted all pandemic related restrictions for domestic travelers, not for international travelers, for domestic travelers. All right, heads up. All right, on to our last story for the morning. Our last story for the morning is this sad situation that happened in Miami. I saw it yesterday and I thought to myself, God, please, I hope she's not Jamaican or I hope she's not Caribbean, but it sounds like she is. Sounds like she is. I think she's from Haiti. Anyways, headlines for the Miami Herald says, I don't want them anymore, is what a mother told some Miami cops. And they found her kids, 3 and 5, dead. That's the headline, right? Into the details of the story. Boy, if you see the two little picture them, to the two little picture them sweet. Michelle Howell says, SouFLo, the number 18 bus drove off and left a passenger on Wednesday on 441 and 207 because he was not wearing a mask. Well, if it's mandatory on the bus, I don't know how the city rules go. If they say it's mandatory on the bus, it is. But guess what? That person is probably going to be able to sue and probably going to come off pretty well because nowhere in the state of Florida anyone can mandate that you wear a mask. They can suggest that you wear one, but they can't mandate that you wear one. So if the bus driver off and left him because he didn't have one on, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Right? All right. Taking that story out real quick. And again, we always try to address like mental health issues within our community. I don't think we talk about it enough, but it's not something that everybody is interested in per se. So once you start that, people usually run away. Her name is Odette Jossaint. Odette Jossaint. That sounds very Haitian. Anyways, she called 911 repeatedly, sounding agitated and incoherent, unable to explain why she was even calling 911. And it became horribly clear when Miami police officers arrived at her dwellings. Come get them. I don't want them anymore, she told officers, according to the police report. Now, when police rushed into her Little River apartment Tuesday night, they found Jossaint's own children, Jeffrey and Laurel Belval, just 3 and 5 years old, hogtied and strangled. The heartbreaking discovery shook even veteran officers and homicide detectives. By Wednesday, Jossaint, who is 41 years old, had been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and had been ordered held without bond in her first appearance in a Miami-Dade court. Jossaint, who wore a padded gown designed to prevent suicide, said nothing during the briefing proceedings. The padded gown is known as the turtle suit. It is a material that is fire retardant. It is a material that is, you're not able to rip it, and it is waterproof. Instead of having prisoners go naked, they fashioned this thing. So anytime you see somebody show up in court in in that green outfit, they're under suicide watch or yes, I'm gonna hurt myself kind of thing. But according to, and they're not able to rip it, so they can't fashion it into rope and hang themselves and nothing like that. So according to the Miami police report, she told detectives hours after the killings Tuesday night that she had been struggling financially and that her kids were suffering and that they would suffer less if they were dead. I don't know how she came to that conclusion, but obviously there's more here because they said she was calling 911 and she sounded incoherent and belligerent and wasn't even able to articulate why she was calling 911. Could it have been an act? I don't know. Did she want to get back at the father of the children? I don't know. Francie Belval, the father of both of the children, but estranged from Jossaint, painted a picture of an unstable woman who had not worked in over a year and had been begging him to move back in with him. And he said that he consistently refused her moving back in with him. So, sorry, he put her out, with the two picking them, and he said she was crazy. She got too much issues going on. Remember, I said to y'all before, if you think said the woman crazy as a man, right? She's so crazy you can't deal with her. Then what you think the little kids are gonna do? What do you think the little kids are gonna do? If you can't deal with her because for you as a grown man she is so crazy, what you think? How are they going to deal with her? You know? I told her, this is him, and he said, I told her, you are crazy. You create too much problems. Belval said in an interview with the Miami Herald, the grieving Belval, and now he's standing up outer road with pictures of his two children. The grieving Belval said that the children live with Jossaint full time, although they would normally visit him once a week on Saturdays. They loved me so much, he said. Every week I buy clothes for the kids. Public records shows that Jossaint's life had been in turmoil. She had gone through a series of nasty domestic spats with Belval, the father of the children. Each parent had been jailed at least once on allegations of domestic violence, and over the years, they had come to the attention of Florida Child Welfare Agency, the Florida Department of Children and Family. The exact scope of the agency's involvement with the children and the family was not clear on Wednesday. DCF, citing a confidentiality law, declined to provide any more information concerning the family. The events that unfolded yesterday in this home, they're devastating. The department is working closely with law enforcement to uncover the circumstances that caused the tragic and untimely death of these two children. The agency said in a statement, we have launched a full investigation and we will provide updates regularly and publicly. It was Jacint's own 911 call that brought the police to her apartment in the 100 block of Northeast 75th Street. She was having a mental crisis and she was irate, said Miami police spokesperson Miguel Vega, describing the disturbing call. The scene inside the Little River apartment was gut-wrenching. Two kids laying in bed, face down on the bed, hands, feet, and necks bound together. According to the police report, Jacen said that she strangled each child with a red ribbon. Officers and Miami Fire Rescue tried desperately to resuscitate the children. That didn't work. During hours of questioning, the distraught Jacent ultimately confessed. An appointed public defender could not be reached for any comments concerning her. The children's father told the Miami Herald that Jacent had lost custody of a third child, a 14-year-old girl, a claim that could not immediately be verified. So let me get this. Her 14-year-old is probably not his. And after she lost custody of her 14-year-old, she went on with life, met him. He gave her two more, then said she was too crazy to be around. The couple had come to the attention of police and state child welfare authorities in the past. And in March, Belval, the father, said that the police were called to her apartment when they got into an argument in front of the children. No one was arrested then. In 2017, Josette was arrested for misdemeanor battery in Homestead after police said that she got into a heated argument with Belval, the father, over money for the children. She bit him. She bit him. I bit him, leaving teeth marks on his arm. And she was seen as the primary aggressor when the police came, according to the police report. Prosecutors actually wound up dropping those charges against her then. 2 years later, when Jacente was pregnant with their youngest child, Belval was arrested in Miami Beach on a charge of aggravated battery. He was accused of striking her while she was pregnant. And at the time when the police arrived, she sported a swollen eye and a small cut on her lip during an argument over her being on the phone for too long. Jacente, however, refused to give statement to the police at the time, and prosecutors at the time, again, did not press charges. She did, however, go to family court to get a restraining order against him, alleging multiple instances of abuse. Among the allegations, that he threatened to pour boiling water on her and he brandished his gun and threatened to shoot her. A permanent injunction was issued, but later it was withdrawn after Jacente herself wrote the courts saying that they wished to reconcile their relationship for our children's well being. Per petition, her petition also noted that the DCF had also gotten involved in the past. And that's boy, that sound like one messed up yes, Seymour Bennett, one messed up toxic, the amount of time police get called and the amount of time both of them get locked up, and then both of them were able to, in the US the state can actually press charges even if, say for instance, the woman gets struck, her eye is swollen. They come. She says, he punched me in my eye. He's beating me. And he goes, me? I didn't touch you. She punched herself in her eye and trying to tell lies on me, whatever. If they deem that, hey, she's right, he did punch her in her eye. Later on down the road, the law provides for her to be able to say, I don't want to press charges on him. And for the state to say, well, we don't need you. We are going to press charges on him ourselves. And that law was written into place because it is a common thing for, like, when women are get them beat up, domestic abuse victims normally go back to their abusers and sympathize with their abusers. In a lot of cases, sympathize with their abusers. They're in love with their abusers. They have children with their abusers. There's so many different heads to the one problem, and they're not ready to give it up yet. Let's try this again. That kind of stuff. And the law is like, he's going to prison, and she's like, no, I'm not pressing charges because I don't want him to go to prison. That's the father of my children, kind of stuff. That is where, and then guess what happens? A lot of those cases, the female ends up dead. Later on down the road, somewhere, she ends up dead or she ends up badly injured. And all of them dead. Some of them get shot and have to learn to walk again. Some of them paralyzed for life. I seen one woman that got her throat slit completely from one side to the next side. He almost decapitated her. She no longer has a voice. She can't speak. Voice box damage. She survived that though, and now she has no words. Like, I seen another lady that looked like a half of her head was missing and she's still alive. You know what I'm saying? And they have to put like a prosthetic piece right here, and then she put her wig over it. Survivors. And you look at her and you wouldn't be able to tell unless she lift that wig off and take off that piece there and show you say half our head missing and them kind of thing. I think he hit her with the backside of an axe or something. Like, these things happen. And these women will take those beating and it escalates and it escalates and it escalates till it gets to a point where he almost killed you. Matter of fact, we thought you were dead. You were in a coma for how long? All this. And they'll come out of it and still say, I don't want to press no charges. And we're trying to reconcile this for the children and all that. I'm not trying to blame this man. They were two adults. Obviously, this was a toxic and messed up relationship on both ends. Sometimes, man, it's better to let go than it is to hold on. You know, I keep on seeing that thing in my mind where like you're holding on to the barbed wire, right? And the harder you hold on is the more it hurts. The harder you hold on, and somebody else is pulling that barbed wire and it's just ripping out your hand middle. It's just ripping your hand middle. You're like, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. I have to hold on. I have to make this work. And then you find out that relief actually comes when you just let go. Because now your hand middle ain't getting ripped out no more. And you know, you can start to mourn the loss off and then heal and move forward from. Somebody in here is going through that today. You know, like when Pastor preach and him said, somebody in here needs to hear this today. Somebody in here needs to hear this today. Somebody in here I go through something like that. And you need to let go and stop holding on. The barbed wire is ripping out your hand middle. Sir, ma'am. Yes, because sir too. Happens to sir too. Yeah. Something that we don't talk about much. Men sit and take them abuse too. And until it gets way out of control and then boil over and bad things happen all around, you know, for everybody involved. I feel bad that more than anything for the children, two beautiful children, two beautiful children. The little girl actually looks like my little girl. And I'm looking at the two kids right now, two beautiful children. Them poor babies didn't deserve that. They didn't ask for that, you know. And I don't think it's because she was going through financial issues that her children. Because listen, this is America, right? A couple of things you can do here for sure, and I've seen people do it all the time. Mama strapped for cash. She don't have no help from anybody else. Yeah, it's too late to say stop breed for man. We can help support the picking them or whatever. It's too late for that. At that point, she can pack them babies and go drop them off at DCF. And yeah, it's not the ideal place for children to be, but it's better than hog tying and strangling them and telling yourself that you don't have enough money to feed them like how you want to feed them, so they'll be better off dead. It's like that, not have no logic behind it. Enough people come up out of severe poverty, impoverished conditions, and they're grown people today with all their own stuff and flourishing in life. And it's just a memory. Some of them don't even remember it. You know what I'm saying? So to take away them two little beautiful babies' lives, man, just for that, I think it was a combination of everything that was going on. Yeah. She probably madly in love. Look upon the man and say, I want to give you babies. Yeah. Because you love him so much. I want to bring life again through my womb. You multiply for you kind of thing. And then he left her out there. And not everybody can take them kind of hurt there. Some women are delicate. Some women tough. Some women be like, well, you know, we go find the next man and all this, and then they can move on. Some women are so delicate. Like if you check them background, like them don't know how to cheat. Because you know, some women would get stuff off their chest. Oh, but yeah, give me. All right then. And then go find a man, burn him back, and this and that. And what not saying it's okay. I'm saying they deal with the stuff differently. They're not killing their kids though. Right? And then you have some women who are so into this man and into this. And again, this ain't, I'm not blaming that man in any way, shape, or form. He contributed, she contributed as well. Right? And the end result is he's off living his life. I'm sure he has a woman now, or probably will have one sometime in the future. She'll be spending the rest of her life in prison for sure. and them 2 babies are dead. Who feels it the most? The babies. The babies that never asked for any of this BS at all. The babies that only needed love. The babies that only needed 2 adults, to somebody out of them 2 to say, hey, I'm going to put you first. One of them out of the 2 could have said, hey, I'm putting them first. And nobody did. Nobody put them first. You know, selfish ass adults do that, and babies end up suffering. So it go, and we see it too many times and all the time. It's sad. If you and her babies are young, so let's not rule out the whole postpartum depression stuff and all that as well, combined with a failed relationship, combined with, you know, somebody who was abusive to her probably just as much as she was abusive to him. So combined with a bunch of different things, financial hardship combined with, and this is America. You can't really go ask people for nothing around here. People don't really give you nothing around here like that. But there are outlets, there are resources, there are places that will take them babies from you, and they will have a chance at living. Sad that it went that way. Sad that that's the only out that she saw. But if she see an out like that for the picnic them, why she never see an out like that for herself too? But you know, this can happen to any of us. The mind is way more fragile than we think. A lot of us out here acting like we have Superman power chest and thing. The mind is way more fragile than you think. And in the moment when you break, in the moment when you chip off, in the moment when you teeter over into psychosis, there will be no reasoning. There will be no, oh, this is me, rational thinking. I can change this now. I can stop this now. It'll be too late. It'll be too late. I'm sure this ain't something that she really wanted to do, but it took her there. And this is what we have, right? Somebody out there, if you need help, go find it before it's too late, man. Bawl out loud, scream loud, do something. Don't wait till it get to this, right? Natural born Aries, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Natural born Aries says some people don't need to be parents, period. It's true. But you know, that is all hindsight talk because they were parents. That is all hindsight talk. But it's true. It's true. And we did this discussion recently where we talked about people not being mature minded enough. And it has nothing to do with age. It has to do with the mental state of the individual. Some people are not equipped to be parents. Parenting takes a lot of sacrifice. Parenting takes a whole lot. And I even me saying it that way is not giving true value to how much sacrifice it takes to actually be a good parent. To actually put, if you're one of them people that can't put somebody before yourself all the time, you should never be a parent. If you're not one of the people who cannot put, if you can't put somebody before yourself all the time, listen to that. You must be able to put someone before yourself all the time. All the time. And if you're not able to do it, you're not, that one right there alone says, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to be a parent yet. You understand? Because once you have them babies, right? I know you again, my friend. It's not you again. What makes your success beautiful after having children is you're willing to juggle. Because that's what you're going to have to do. Because you're still going to have to put them babies first all the time. You can't have them and talk about, yes, I'm pursuing my dreams and this is about me and me this and me that and I've got to get to the. No, no. You have to be able to put them first all the time. And it can be a lot on the brain, especially if you're not equipped for it. if you're not equipped for it, if you're not the type of person that can rationalize and reason your way through it and find another way, a better way all the time, then you don't need to be having no babies. You don't need to be in no relationship that can produce babies, because you're producing hurt, you're going to be producing sadness, you're going to be producing dysfunction, you're going to be producing it's factual. Factual. You understand? God no, man. I'm looking at the two little babies. They are so cute. So cute. It's heartbreaking. Literally heartbreaking. But I don't know. People say God knows best. I mean, I see the way God in this at all. Because them baby, they don't deserve that. They didn't deserve to die like that. It wasn't a car accident. You know, to be held and roped up by your mommy and strangled and tied together by the neck. I can imagine how them babies were freaking the hell out. That last moment in life where you're like, this is who is supposed to love me. I don't know nobody else. Remember, I know baby come out of the womb and then the baby is so. My daughter still does it. Milani still does it, and she's not two yet, but she's teetering on being two soon, and she does it. She like lift up, she pick up her mother clothes, rest her head on her belly like that, and then she start doing it to me, and I'm like, why is she doing this? You know, it's like I come from inside of that. That was their universe in there, right? And when they go for comfort, sometimes they go back to those sounds, the gut sounds, and all that. It comforts them and stuff like that. So you're trying to understand like how the baby's functioning, like you know. So the person who was supposed to save them from everything and sacrifice everything to make sure that they are okay, that person end up doing, that's like the biggest betrayal on God's earth in the universe. Cause that poor baby couldn't even defend themselves. You know? The poor baby then probably not even get a chance to say, Mommy, why are you doing this to me? So make sure, man, if you don't have none yet, ask yourself, am I able to put somebody else before me all the time? If your answer is, nah, I'm not, then it's okay. Don't. Don't have none. Don't have none. I used to think it was strange, grown people having no children. I don't think it's strange anymore. I applaud them actually for making the decision to consciously not have. I have this one person I spoke to and I asked her, she is a grown woman, and I asked her, I said, how come you never had children? Is it that you can't have or whatever? And she says, no, I was abused severely as a child, and I have a lot of anger built up in me. And one of my biggest fears is that I never processed out all that stuff. And I knew, this is a conscious woman, and I knew that if I had children, I was going to repeat that cycle. And I would never want to have children, bring them to earth, and put them through that I endured. And I said, wow, like I never heard anybody explain it like that. And I was like, damn, that's deep. For her to sit with herself and make that conscious decision, and years pass by, and she says, nope, not this year. Nope, not this year. Nope, not this year, until she starts to get older. And she's like, oh, well, I never had children, and I'm still angry, and I still got a lot of ish inside of me that I got to work through. So I know I made the right decision. I can love other people's children, she said, but they're not my responsibility. I can leave, go about my business, but I never wanted to be in a position where I put a child or children through what I went through. And I knew I would have done it. That part, I knew I would have done it because I had not processed out all the stuff that I've been through. It takes a mature mind to come to a conclusion like that. So big up to all of the adults that want to have no picnic and decide you don't want none because you were able to look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm selfish. Mm-mm. I mean, not put nobody before me, not even pick me. So I'm consciously making a decision not to have any. Big up to them. Big up to the ones who said, yo, I got anger issues. Got kid up. I don't want no kids. And you didn't have any. There are a lot of people that know that they have issues and they still went and had children. telling themselves that nobody is going to love me like my child. And then when the child comes, the child is abused. That poor little baby trying to love you because they don't know how to do anything else. And you just abusing that baby because your issues was never resolved. And at the end of the day, you have someone that's raised now, if you raise them, a traumatized adult, the cycle continues, that will have to fix themselves or carry on that same abuse. And you get to chalk it up to, well, parenting didn't come with a book or guidelines. We just did the best we could. It's time to lean off of them crutches there. It's time to lean off those crutches. It's time to lean off those excuses. Just don't have none. If you're not willing to go 100 for them, don't have them. Period. We're going to leave this one right here this morning. It's Friday. The weather is nice in most places. Shout out to the people who live in a cold weather. I'm sending y'all some warmth. It's nice here in Florida. I see the sun is up already. Big up on yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Keep your vibration up. We're humans. You understand? And sometimes our vibration goes low. Sometimes our will is diminished. Sometimes we don't feel the need or the desire to fight forward and all that. Keep your vibrations up. Find something to keep you smiling. Find something to keep you from sinking into some dark place. Surround yourself with people that uplift your vibrations and so on and so forth. And if you can't do that, then it's okay to be alone too. It's better than being with people who will drag you down and make you feel like you want to go kill yourself or kill somebody. All right. So stay safe out there this weekend. The winner of the $100, and this is why I did this. I wanted all the people to filter out first. The winner of the $100 is Divine Order. Divine Order, please do me a favor and contact me at the 1806 number. I will wait for your call, or if you want to, contact me at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and get me your info, and I will get your $100 out to you. Okay? It's $100. It is not going to make you rich. It's just a token of appreciation. I appreciate you. And that's what it is. All right. Shout out to Jet Shelly. Jet Shelly was our first one. Divine Order is our second one. Get me your Cash App, your PayPal, whichever one you use. I have both of them. And I will make sure you get your money out to you. Oh, and you're right there. So you stayed the whole show. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. People, for those of you who don't have your membership for the channel yet, I'm telling you, we're going someplace with this, right? And it's going to be a joy to be able to give out a real amount of money. When we start handing out $500 every 30 days or $1,000 every 30 days, it's going to be life-changing for some people. I understand a lot of you rich and wealthy and the money don't mean nothing to you. Pass it to somebody who needs it then. All right? Because a woman just killed for her to pick them because financial issues was a big part of her issues. All right? Everybody says money is nothing. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing until you don't have it. That little $2 that's needed that day to buy that one particular thing and you can't get it. It means something then. So anyhow, Divine Order, I appreciate you and I await your call. It's 1-806-587-8953, and you can text or call on that number using WhatsApp, TSAPP WhatsApp, or SouFLoTV@gmail.com. All right, 1-806-587-8953. Right there. Here is your contact info. All right, there you go. So get in touch with me and I'll get your money right out to you. All right, I appreciate you and I appreciate every one of you that have your green. Soon it'll be you. All right, because we're doing this on a regular basis. This is our goal, to continue to do this for the rest of the year. All right, I want to get to where we're doing $1,000 every 30 days for the rest of the year. Then we'll be changing somebody's life. All right, so big up and thank you. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. God go with you. Be good. Be good. If you can't be good, like my granny used to say, be careful. Catch y'all on the next live. I'm out. Peace.